Hey everybody, welcome to another new episode of Fright Friday right here on Night Owl Video. Today we are talking about The People Under the Stairs. Ooh. So I hope you will stick around until the end to hear my thoughts on this film, learn about the production, cast, critical reception, and all that jazz. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. I have actually surpassed my 200 subscribers, so that was very exciting. So thank you to everybody who has joined recently. Excuse me, I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who's given me the thumbs up, left comments. It's been great. It's been really cool. To some of you may have noticed that I responded to some comments seemingly late, but actually I didn't realize there was this feature on YouTube where they hold comments if they're like questionable or whatever. So YouTube did hold back a couple of comments, which were not questionable. So I did respond to those. So my apologies to those folks who left comments and I missed them over the last couple of weeks. Anyway, today we are talking about this movie, The People Under the Stairs. This is a 1991 well, let me back the train up. Now, I saw this movie when it first came out on VHS back in the early 90s, 91, 92. And I rented it thinking, like, this was in the horror movie section, and I went in thinking this was just going to be a straight-up horror movie. What I didn't realize all these years later, upon rewatching this is supposed to be a horror comedy, I guess. Maybe that's why I've always struggled with this movie a little bit, just as a preamble to my actual thoughts on this film. This has never been my favorite Wes Craven movie, although I know it has a lot of fans. I just always struggle to really enjoy this movie. Now, I did rewatch it the other day for this review, and this was also a recent thrifting pickup. And I liked it a bit better than I did way back in the day. I think I watched it when it first came out on VHS, and then I didn't like it, and I've never watched it ever since. And then this time around, I found a bit more appreciation in it, and maybe I think with subsequent viewings, maybe it'll become a favorite. It does have a bit of nostalgia for me, I think, because I would have been like in my late teens, early 20s, well, early 20s, I guess, when this came out. And I had gone to Toronto for a summer, and I remember renting this at a video store in Toronto. And again, like, very confused by this. So it does have this weird nostalgia for me. It's like I want to like it. And I did like it better this time around, but I've always thought in my mind that this movie was not good. But I did buy it because I thought, I got to give this movie another chance. And I'm glad I did, because I did find some things in it that I appreciate now as an older person. But anyway, so all that said, this is classified as a horror comedy. It's from 1991, written and directed by the incomparable Wes Craven. I don't think I need to go into great detail about Wes Craven. Probably most people watching this channel know who that is. I'll give you a different view for a minute. This stars Brandon Adams from Mighty Ducks, The Sandlot, and lots of TV shows. The ever creepy Everett McGill. That guy weirds me out, but I like him. But he's, of course, in Twin Peaks, along with Wendy Roby. AJ Langer is in this. They were in Escape from LA, along with everyone's favorite Ving Rhames from Pulp Fiction, and, of course, the Dawn of the Dead remake. Marcellus Wallace, he's right up there on the top. I love Ving Rhames. I love his acting. I probably should do a deep dive into his filmography, because there's probably some movies of his that I've missed, but yeah, he's in this as well. The synopsis is, when young Fool, that's his name, Fool, played by Brandon Adams, breaks into the home of his family's greedy and uncaring landlords, he discovers a disturbing scenario where incestuous adult siblings have mutilated a number of boys and kept them imprisoned under the stairs in their large, creepy house. As Fool attempts to flee before the psychopaths can catch him, he meets their daughter, Alice, played by A.J. Langer. I think it's Langer, or Langer, who has been spared any extreme discipline by her deranged parents. Can Fool and Alice escape before it's too late? That's a weird synopsis, because usually they don't end in a question. But it also doesn't spoil the ending for you. So, but that's a pretty accurate description, I would say, of this film. Wes Craven stated that People Under the Stairs was partially inspired by a news story from the late 1970s in which two burglars broke into a Los Angeles household, inadvertently causing the police to discover two children who had been locked away by their parents. This film was a surprise commercial hit, and it's been, over the years, been analyzed for its satirical depiction of gentrification, class warfare, and capitalism. So, yeah, this movie's got a lot going on. Like, this isn't just like, I mean, I think when I rented this, when it came out, it was like in the horror section. I was just thinking, yeah, Wes Craven, horror, do. And then this movie's got dark comedy in it. And then it's got all of these like themes about class and, gentrification and all this stuff. And kind of timely actually for today's societal climate, if you will. This film was made on a relatively low budget of $6 million, and it made $31.3 million at the box office. Apparently the studio did not interfere a lot in the production of this film, and Wes Craven was pretty free to do what he wanted. Everett McGill and Wendy Roby were cast as the Robisons, who were the baddies in the movie, after they starred together as the married couple Big Ed and Nadine Hurley in the television series Twin Peaks. And that's where I especially know Everett McGill from. I definitely, as soon as I started watching it, I was like, oh, these are these two loonies from Twin Peaks, but lovable, like likable, but really like weird and unsettling in Twin Peaks. And then to see them in this, it's like Twin Peaks characters, but like amplified. So that was kind of cool to kind of revisit and recognize them, because I didn't watch Twin Peaks. I've actually not seen the whole series. I know, lame. I've only actually seen the first season. But I didn't see it until like in the last probably 5 years. So at the time I wasn't watching Twin Peaks, so I didn't make the association with those actors. As of October 30th, 2020, it's reported that Jordan Peele and Wynn Rosenfield signed on to produce a remake for Universal Pictures. We'll see. I don't know. I'm getting pretty sick of these remakes, to be honest. But we'll see. So, my thoughts on this film, again, like, kind of mixed. The reception when this movie came out they were also kind of like the critics. I have a feeling that critics just didn't know how to unpack this film, much like I did, or didn't back in the day. A lot of critics praised the messaging behind it and the humor. It currently holds a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, if you follow that type of thing. But I think critics were probably like myself. I felt like, this is a horror movie, but like it's sort of funny. But even this time around watching this movie, there were certain scenes where I was laughing, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably not supposed to be laughing at this part. Like, it just, like if it was what's her name there, Wendy Roby, like running with a knife and she's like screaming, but her scream is almost like comical, and I found myself kind of snickering while watching it, but thinking this probably isn't one of the parts that's supposed to be funny. But it's a very, very strange movie if you've never seen it, or if you have seen it for that matter. This came out on VHS by MCA Universal in the spring of '92, so that's when I guess I would have seen it. It was later released on DVD in 2003. The film received a Blu-ray release in Region B by Arrow Video in November of 2013, and then the film was released as a Region A Blu-ray Collector's Edition by Scream Factory in 2015. I don't have any of those. This is the 2003 DVD version that I have. So my honest thoughts on this film, my honest, ranking, I would give this like a 3 or maybe a 3.5 out of 5. And I know there's people out there that love this movie. I'm not one of them. I like it. Like I said, I have this weird nostalgia for it, even though I'm not like a super fan. But I will say this, rewatching it this time, like, again, I thought some of it was confusing. Like, am I supposed to be laughing at this, or is this supposed to be like dark comedy? Some of the parts that were meant to be scary seemed kind of silly to me. Um, Again, with the actors from Twin Peaks, I have a hard time almost taking them seriously because all I can think of is the putting the cotton batting in the tracks of the curtains in Twin Peaks to make them not make squeaking sounds. Like, um, I just, it's a weird movie. I'm not gonna say I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. Again, that's why I probably give it like a 3 out of 5, maybe a 3.5 on this watching. Um, I was definitely more invested in it this time, to kind of like really explore this movie compared to like when I saw it when I was a young person. Um, so I don't know. Do with that what you will. Um, I thought, like, I can't remember now if John Carpenter did the music for this or somebody can. No, it was by a person named Don Peake. But I'm sure Wes Craven had some input on that. But the music was like heavy synth, and then there was like a hip hop song at the end. Um, Maybe Jordan Peele's remake could kind of reel it in and tighten it up a little bit. But yeah, you know, this is okay. It's okay. If you're looking for a weird movie, this could have been a Cult Movie Tuesday review easily, because I don't think this is one of Wes Craven's more popular films, in my opinion. But um, the acting was pretty good. The makeup effects on the guys that lived under the stairs was okay, but it looked a little cornball. There's one of them on the back cover. I don't know if you can see that very well, but they had this kind of yellow skin tone and like long hair, and um, they think they were supposed to be creepy, but again, it was like I'm not scared of this at all. So I don't know. I think the story itself is cool, like, and maybe in the remake if they play up like the funeral home aspect of it, or like um, just certain elements, or make the basement more creepy, I think it could really, really work. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. This edition is a bare bones DVD from 2003. It's Region 1. Um, the film itself is 1 hour, 43 minutes long. What else can I tell you here? Um, I guess it's rated R for terror and violence. Um, yeah, this is, like I said, this is a bare bones edition. This is the old Universal edition. There's the people under the stairs there, I think. Yeah, those are kind of like what the dudes that live under the stairs look like. So I don't know. It says in every neighborhood there is one house that adults whisper about and children cross the road to avoid. But it really didn't. Like, there was a little mention of that, but I feel like you could have played that up a bit more. But yeah, you can tell I'm really conflicted with this one because I want to like it really bad. I like the actors, Ving Rhames, the two from Twin Peaks, but maybe this just isn't for me. I don't know, but I am going to keep it in my collection. I may revisit it down the road. Like I said, I didn't totally dislike the movie, but I didn't love it either. So we'll see. You can watch this movie. You can rent it on Amazon Prime Video, Cineplex, and you can also rent it on YouTube. I couldn't find it streaming anywhere. And honestly, I have never seen this DVD or the VHS when I've been thrifting. So I don't know how common this is. This one I bought brand new. And I think it was pretty reasonably priced. You could probably find it at one of your bigger DVD retailers, or maybe more of a niche DVD retailer, to be honest, because they're getting harder to find. But let me know your thoughts on this film. Did you like this movie? What did you like about it? What am I maybe missing? Definitely not my favorite Wes Craven movie, but cool. I would only recommend this to somebody who is looking for like a early 90s horror with some dark comedy elements. Maybe you're a Wes Craven fan and this is like a must watch. For me, I think this was a bit of the completionist kind of thing. I had to have this in my collection and recheck it out. And like I said, I'm glad I did. And maybe down the road I will reappraise this film. But anyway, leave your comments below what you thought of this film, if you saw it, what you think. what you think about the allegedly upcoming remake by that guy I mentioned earlier, Jordan Peele, and we'll take it from there. Give me the thumbs up if you like this review or you like this kind of content. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Again, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for putting me over the 200 subscriber mark. That was really cool. That really made my week because I kind of had a crappy week last week. So it was really cool to see that. And next up, 300, I guess. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for watching. And until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or just out and about. Or maybe I'll see you in the basement of a funeral home fighting off weird long-haired yellow-skinned dudes. I don't know. Until then, take good care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.